Okay, so here I am, and this is an Android, but it should be pretty similar on another one. So if I open up slides, I'm going to go to this new presentation that I just made, and so I'll go back to the title slide. Then I go from there, and I'm going to push this little button down in the corner that says Add Slide. It's down in the bottom right here. And then I'm going to pick one. Generally, this one's a good one to do. So make sure to tell Wainwright, make sure to tell me what you're trying to do, what you need me to put out there for you to pick up and when you're coming. So then this is the little drop box, but let me make that slide again. So I'm going to go here, and to add to this, I'm going to go up to that plus sign in the top bar. And on the plus sign, I've got image, and I don't have quite as many options as on my computer, but I do have from photos or from camera. So you have to allow it to take a picture. And so I'm gonna walk outside and show you the little Dropbox thing. So here's the box. You can see I've got 3 people's stuff in there, one in the back, one there, and I got this hand sanitizer. So when you come to pick up your stuff, you're going to use the hand sanitizer, and then I'm going to set that down, wipe my hands off, so my hands are all sanitized. Before I have to, like shift things around and say, oh yeah, I'm Haley, so I need my clay that's back here. And I've been sticking the toolkits inside of the bags of clay, so you just have one thing to grab. Make sure we keep this box clean. Today, I've got too much stuff to fit in the box, so I'm gonna put other ones out here on the loading dock. We do have security cameras out here, up over there, that can see my loading dock. So if somebody goes and steals your stuff, we can go back and figure out who was the jerk and who's, if you take what's not yours without permission, that is stealing. Your integrity is worth more than mud. Who doesn't get that their integrity is worth more than mud? And we can figure that out. Picture. I like that one. So I will put that one in there, and then I'm going to crop it because I just wanted the sign, and push crop again. Then I'm going to make it a little bit bigger to fill up that space, and done, except I wanted this one on the other side of that one. I wanted to see the drop box first, etc. Then the other important thing, at least comment. So either edit or comment. So I'm going to make myself an editor so that I can get into this, even if I need to. And then I've now made myself an editor, and then demo thing, so I can send myself a message of what I'm sharing. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. Share. And then that's shared there. So in here, if you go into share settings, right now I've got it shared. Anyone with a link has access. And I do that for all of my assignments because it's just what makes sense. Because I want your parents to get access to it. So I don't even have it anyone within Iron County schools. I have anyone can access, as long as they have the link. I don't want it to be searchable in case I put anything on there that tells people about scheduling and gives people information about how to, come and stalk somebody or something weird like that. I can't think of anything that shouldn't be public. I put on any of these, but I do a little bit of caution with that. So here you can have anybody can view it, but if I want somebody to be able to comment on this, then I need to add their thing. So I'm again going to add my personal account just because that's the one I can do. And in here, I can either have them edit, comment, or view. I want myself to be able to comment, and then I push send. Are you sure? Because they're not part of the same G Suite organization. And you might get that same warning because it's a little bit different whether you are a student or a teacher. But I'm going to put yes anyway. And I can add a note in here if I feel like it. And so that should solve the issue of pictures not being able to load. And it still says it's sending. The items were successfully shared, but emails could not be sent. So I didn't get an email about that, but it is successfully shared, which means I could, share it again in order to get an email or not worry about it. I think I'm trying to do too many things on my phones right now. So we go into cancel for that and then done. So that's how you would upload and share. So you can put in videos as well. If the easiest way to put in a video is to put it up onto YouTube first, but you should be able to add a video from Google Drive. Insert, see, and video there, you can do it by URL or in Google Drive. Okay, so I'm going to go back into slides, that one, and just let's see, new slide, same format. Then I'm going to go to add. Yeah, so this one doesn't have adding a video on there, but you can put a link to Google. You can save them, upload them to your Google Photos, and you can have one that's make a particular album of your videos, and you add the videos to that album, and you can put a link to that. So you would do that by going into Photos, which you can download on either you go to Album and go to New Album. Let's see. Ceramics. Videos to share. And then you go into select photos. And so we can see some of these are videos and some of these are, my kids and stuff. So I won't do much of anything else, but we'll add that one. I think it's a video that I did that. Now I can go and add more. I can go to share. So you can send in Google Photos, but you share to apps, you get the link. And that link is now copied. And so you can now paste that link into the other thing. It's a little bit easier to do on a computer, but I figured I'd demo the harder way to get that done if you want to have videos in your thing. So I'm going to go there, stop share. So Yeah. Now, any questions? Okay. Oh, Kaylee, what's your question?
So do we need to like share it with you, or does it just like send you the um slide?
So yeah, you will need to share it with me. So what it'll do when you go into, let me go back to sharing screen on my other one. And you guys are seeing Canvas page, right? I selected the right screen.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go into here and project picks and updates. So when you click on this link, it's going to say, do you want to make a copy? So you make a copy, and then once you've made that copy, it's going to look like this. Then you go into the share settings and make sure you type in brandon.wainwright@ironmail.org in there, and give me either editing or commenting access. And if you give me edit access and you're having trouble putting something in there, and like I got an email from somebody about what they did, and it was from their mom, and it was like, hey, we did stamps, and he made a stamp for his sister's birthday, and we all had fun with it. Here's some pictures. I could dump those pictures in there so that I don't have to try and remember to grade the time he spent that I got an email about. I can just copy and paste all of that stuff into a new slide, and then that would help me organize. So editing is probably what you want to give me access to, but commenting is just fine as well. And I can put in a comment. And when just an interesting thing, so we can go in here and oh, I don't remember where that tool is. I'm not sure if I can do it as the owner. But if I'm logged in as somebody else who has access to this, I can switch from editing to commenting. And commenting I can type stuff in, but it's separate and you have to resolve the comment. And anyway, that way it makes it a lot better for the collaborative structure that I've been wanting to build with you guys, so that we can have things similar to me wandering around the classroom, but we have to do it in the more awkward digital way, which is good practice for life. You're going to be doing some digital collaboration that's sometimes a little bit weird later on. In fact, we don't have any idea what you're going to be doing. Google Docs didn't exist when I started college. And I'm not that old. So it's what you can do with it, how you can share, how you can collaborate online. You know, we used to just have a file and you'd send a file and then they'd make edit suggestions and they'd change the font and then send it back to you, and then you type those back in or copy and paste them, and we could do that with emails, but the comment thing and resolving the comments and the way that the notifications work, and just getting in the habit of using technology for your learning and collaborating and all of that sort of thing is going to be valuable to you. So there's, you know, like it's awkward, and it doesn't particularly help you in ceramics, but to be totally frank, a lot of what's most important that you learn in my ceramics class isn't working with clay. It's about creative problem solving. It's about using your hands. It's about finding a good process to come up with ideas, to work on things, and this will all help with the things that are most important. Ceramics is kind of the mode for learning the important things in ceramics, and I hope it's fun, and I hope that this, you know, documenting what you're doing, it can still be fun, you know, like, you know, take some selfies with your stuff if you're failing, be like, yeah, this is goofy, and, you know, whatever. Like, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to treat it as an academic challenge all of the time. And your commentary on here, I tried to be a little bit casual with it, but I also wanted to be professional because I'm the teacher. So, you know, goals, ideas, problems. I spent a lot of time finding enough reference photos of Southern Paiute so I can get the right face structure right. See, I even had typos. I was worried about doing a good job on a face that is this small, but I'm starting to get it. Like, I really was. I was worried about that, and I've spent a lot of time on that. I also realized about halfway through this that I had never done a wolf. Or an animal of any kind. I knew I had not done a wolf, but I'd never actually done a sculpture of an animal, like a freestanding sculpture. I've used bits and pieces of animals in sculptures other times, and I've helped a lot of students with various things. But, you know, like, every time I made it smaller, it started to look like a bear. I've got this about right. Don't be afraid to tell me what your problems are and to just be open and share. I want to see some comments. They don't have to be written essays on things. What I didn't put in all of these slides, in my example slides, is I didn't put how much time I spent on it. And I wish I had kept track of how much time. People ask me regularly, like, oh, how much time did that take you? I'm like, I have no idea. I worked on it a little bit here and there. And so it would have been useful for me to have kept track of that. So hopefully that answered your question, probably plus some. Any other questions?